Hi there! In this lesson, we are going to take a look at adverb and adverbial phrases. While shopping at the farmer's market a few months ago, I met Rebecca. Upon retiring from her career as a lawyer, she decided to start doing volunteer work. Having always been interested in doing volunteer work, I asked Rebecca to tell me more about it. Having a lot of free time these days, Rebecca volunteers for several organizations, including an animal shelter, a free medical clinic, the library, and the local food bank. I was especially interested in learning more about the food bank, which is a non-profit organization that collects and distributes food to the hungry. Upon learning about this amazing organization, I decided to sign up as a volunteer. An adverb phrase is a group of words that often modifies a main clause in a sentence. We can reduce adverb clauses to adverb phrases when the clause has a form of be. To reduce the adverb clause, we omit the subject pronoun and the form of be. If the original sentence has commas, we must keep the commas in the reduced sentence. Let's look at the example sentence. While I was volunteering at the food bank, I made some wonderful friends. The adverb clause, while I was volunteering at the food bank, can be reduced to an adverb phrase. While volunteering at the food bank, I made some wonderful friends. Notice I omitted the subject pronoun and the be verb. We can only reduce an adverb clause to a phrase if the subjects in the two clauses refer to the same person or thing. We can say, while Stephen was sorting food, Rebecca prepared boxes for delivery. Stephen is the subject of one clause, and Rebecca is the subject of the other clause. It cannot be reduced to an adverb phrase, so we can't say, adverb clauses that begin with after, before, since, and while can be changed to adverb phrases when the clause does not have a be verb. To change the clause to a phrase, we omit the subject pronoun and change the verb to the ing form. Everything else in the sentence, including the punctuation, stays the same. For example, after I met Rebecca, I signed up to volunteer at the food bank. The adverb clause, after I met Rebecca, can be reduced to an adverb phrase. We can say, after meeting Rebecca, I signed up to volunteer at the food bank. Again, in order to change an adverb clause to an adverb phrase, the subjects of the two clauses need to refer to the same person or thing. A simple past or past perfect verb in an adverb clause changes to either the ing form or having plus past participle in an adverb phrase. A phrase without a subordinating conjunction is called an adverbial phrase. So this example sentence includes an adverb clause. After I met Rebecca, I signed up to volunteer at the food bank. And this example includes an adverb phrase. After meeting Rebecca, I signed up to volunteer at the food bank. And this sentence, an adverbial phrase. Having met Rebecca, I signed up to volunteer at the food bank. We don't use when in adverb phrases if the meaning is at the time something occurred. For example, in the sentence, when she retired from her job, she began doing volunteer work. When, in the adverb clause, means at the time she retired. We would replace when with upon or on, plus the ing form of a verb when reducing to an adverb phrase. For example, upon retiring from her job, she began doing volunteer work. Adverb clauses of reason can be changed to adverbial phrases by omitting the subordinating conjunctions because, since, or as at the beginning of the clause. For example, the adverb clause in the sentence, because I was working late last night, I didn't have time to call you, can be changed to, working late last night, I didn't have time to call you. Because, since, or as, plus a form of be can be changed to being in an adverbial phrase. Look at the adverb clause with a be verb in the sentence. Because the food bank is committed to fighting hunger, it attracts many volunteers. The be verb is changed to being. Being committed to fighting hunger, the food bank attracts many volunteers. An adverb clause with a passive verb can be changed to an adverbial phrase with only a past participle. If the subordinating conjunction can be omitted without changing the meaning, we delete the subject and any auxiliaries in the passive. Look at the adverb clause in the sentence. Since I was given the option, I decided to volunteer at the food bank. We can omit the subordinating conjunction since. Given the option, I decided to volunteer at the food bank. If the subordinating conjunction cannot be omitted without changing the meaning of the sentence, we can delete the subject and change the be verb to being. For example, before I was told about the food bank, I had never heard of it. We cannot omit before without changing the meaning of the clause. We have to keep the subordinating conjunction before and change the be verb to being. Before being told about the food bank, I had never heard of it. I'm so glad I met Rebecca. Before meeting her, I had never done volunteer work. I'm actually going to the food bank today. Having done this for a long time, Rebecca said she would help me. I have to go. Bye.